Now, the 9 o'clock news with Richard Baker.
BBC journalist Bob McDougall dies, aged 89. In a career spanning 40 years, journalist Bob McDougall kept the country in touch with current affairs. At 18, he entered the world of news, starting at the Scotsman newspaper. He then moved to Reuters on the Caribbean desk, editing world news into Morse code. He progressed to BBC Radio and then television news at Alexandra Palace, working alongside the first TV news bulletin readers Richard Baker and Robert Dougal. After a brief stint as a reporter on News Review, where he introduced subtitles for the hard of hearing, he resumed his career behind the camera.
It wasn't so complicated when I was a boy. The scientific toy nowadays needs plenty of ingenuity and lots of cogwheels. When it's a fine day and warm enough to be in the garden, there are plenty of toys for the child with plenty of energy.
As duty editor for the flagship 9 o'clock news for many years, he introduced the first female newsreader, Angela Rippon, to the programme. Angela recalls her time there.
I remember Bob, always being calm and in control, regardless of how frantic, earth-shattering or complex the day's news agenda might be, monitoring our reports from Northern Ireland during the Troubles there, breaking the news of Airy Neave's murder within the Palace of Westminster, juggling with material from Martin Bell, Michael Sullivan and Keith Graves, our senior overseas reporters from various world hotspots, and arranging satellite coverage from Charles Wheeler in Washington in the days before modern technology. All in a day's work for Bob, who kept the wheels of news oiled and the 9 o'clock news respected and trusted by millions of viewers.
During his time at BBC, he became part of the team that introduced televised debate in Parliament and was a leading member of the Newspaper Press Fund charity. He also initiated, through a colleague in light entertainment, the concept of revealing the human side of the news reporter. Before retiring, Bob's career culminated in several years at the helm as editor of News Review.
When you've got your house, you need a nice garden to put it in. Plenty of ideas here for the perfect garden to relax in after a hard day's work. The real work in a home, of course, is done in the kitchen. So some of the latest gadgets. Lighting is very important. The lazy way to put it off and on is with a sound switch. A third of our life is spent in bed, so we might as well make ourselves comfortable. This double bed has individual suspension for the sleeping partners. Yes? Yes, of course, yeah. Yes, okay, bye darling, see you in the morning. Well, with an ideal home, garden, kitchen and bed, what better than to enjoy it? Good night.